Yeah.
But of course, this evening is about Lamborghini, and I'll now pass the microphone to Mr. Andrea Baldi, who is the CEO and president of Lamborghini Americas, North and South America. So, here.
Thank you very much. It's a party that is cozy in a beautiful place, but it's underlining a very important moment for Lamborghini. I was just thinking before with Amir, at the time when he started to sell the first Lamborghini 20 years ago, the Gallardo was for the first time we had a second model in our product range. We always had a V12 consistently, and then suddenly we had a chance to have a smaller car, a car that was opening up chances for Lamborghini in a new segment, and that was the reason why we also started to grow and become the company that we are today. After the Gallardo, car named after, of course, a fighting bull, we had the Huracan, and it's been a very beautiful life cycle. We saw the most beautiful cars with the naturally aspirated engine at the time, the V10. We were so proud of it, and then the Huracan, after 10 years with the STO, completed this cycle, and we wanted to dare more. And so the Temerario, what does it mean? Temerario means fearless. So we were not afraid of inventing a new engine, and this is not something designed in some place in Germany. Let me be clear, this is done in Italy. And this V8, it's amazing, and it's deeply Italian. And so Temerario is the perfect name. We think that is absolutely defining this car. That is not just the successor of the successful Huracan and Gallardo, but it is also a car that is fixing certain problems like the roominess. I put in several NBA basketball players, and they fit, trust me. So this is sorted. So it's great to be here. I want to thank Lamborghini Washington. I want to thank my team to helping to organize this. And we just want to tell you a little bit more about the car. You will realize because you see more carbon fiber, especially on the wheels. But this is just one of the possible versions. So as far as configuration, they're limitless. Enjoy, David.
She's sitting in there like, all she's doing is...
Hey there, it's William Westhopper from The Real DC Car Guy, and we have with us a representative from Lamborghini.
Sure. Okay. I'm Andrea Baldi. I'm the president and CEO of Automobile Lamborghini America.
Oh, very good. And so you're based here in Washington, D.C.?
We have our headquarters in Reston, Virginia.
All right, very good. And you live here in Bethesda?
I live in Bethesda, just 5 minutes away.
So you are a local guy?
I am, since 4 years.
Okay, very, very good. So I want to talk to you about the vehicle that we just saw. What is the proper Italian pronunciation of the brand and of the model?
Well, the pronunciation is Temerario. The name is Spanish, to be completely fair, because it's the name of a fighting bull, a bull that fought in 1875 in Spain, in the arena. But it sounds the same in Italian and in Spanish, and in Italian it means fearless.
Oh, nice. Very nice. So this vehicle, is this a replacement for a product that you already have on the line? Is this the next generation of something?
It's the next generation of the smaller available super sport car, two-seaters that we have in our product range. It succeeds the Huracan, that was the predecessor, and itself the successor of the Gallardo, the most famous.
Oh, nice.
So this is in the tradition of smaller super sport cars. This has a V8 turbo engine that has more than 10,000 RPM, and it's going to be, by definition, the best in class in its segment since its introduction. That is going to happen by the end of the year.
So how long did it take for this vehicle to come to fruition? Were there a bunch of designers and engineers that got together and said, well, here are a bunch of different things, and so how did this vehicle become where it is today, and how long did it take to get here?
It takes at least 5 years for Lamborghini to develop a complete new car. Investments that are huge and in several hundreds of millions and closer to $1 billion. It's the investment that we have in this moment, only if you consider the electrification of our product range, because this car, as the others that we are introducing, it's the last actually that is joining the product range to be hybrid, because we found that combining an electric engine and an internal combustion engine is the best way to deliver the most entertaining and fun experience, because you get more power and a better way to power ratio. It's what we want in a super sport cars.
So this is a hybrid vehicle, much like SUV hybrids that are out there. So there's a little bit of being carpool car.
We have to give it a special name because it's not exactly an hybrid. So we, instead of call it a plug-in hybrid, a PHEV, we created a new name that is HPEV, High Performance Electric Vehicle.
Oh, very good. Very good. Now,
electrified vehicle, because of course is an internal combustion engine. The V8 is definitely an internal combustion engine.
So is it it is a plug-in hybrid?
It is not a plug-in hybrid. This is a kind of car that you don't have to worry to charge, because the engine will do it for you.
Because I would worry.
But you can plug in, yes.
I would want to go to my Giant here in the neighborhood and park out, with the Toyotas and plug this in.
You don't need that.
You
just turn on the internal
Very
combustion
good, very
engine.
good.
The problem is all if you have a very sensitive neighborhood. If you don't want to make noise, then you have a problem.
No. Every time, that's a great thing to have. So how? What's this going to be across the globe? What's the breakdown of product that's going to go to different countries, and how much is going to come to the United States and to North America?
The United States is the biggest market in the world for Automobili Lamborghini. It's worth close to 1/3 of the sales. It's a very important market where Lamborghini is deeply invested and investing, and where the consumers are mature and very interested in the best of the best around the globe in luxury and in super sport cars. So it's an extremely important market for us. 1/3 of the sales here.
Very good. And where else in the world would we, if we were traveling around, where would we see this vehicle?
Europe, you will see more or less the same number of cars, but obviously Europe is divided in many countries, and then the Middle East, and then Japan.
Okay.
Definitely, it's a place where you're gonna see many Lamborghini.
So describe to me what a typical day with this car would be. Okay, here we are on a rainy Thursday evening in March.
Rainy.
Friday afternoon. You get out of work early. You have this car. Describe what the weekend would be like.
At the origin, there was a gentleman named Ferruccio Lamborghini that lived in a town that is called Bologna. In Italy, that is a very particular geography. There is a flat land with very straight road where you can go very fast, but then you want a car that goes up to the hills and very agile, that can brake very strong and turn very fast and accelerate very fast out of a curve. So that agility, that idea is still belonging to Lamborghini, that wants a car that is extremely fun to drive. Ideally in a racetrack today because of the speed limits.
But so here in Washington, D.C., we could take it out to Virginia, but we couldn't go over the speed limit.
Absolutely
Maybe take
not.
it to Little Washington for the weekend?
Absolutely. I mean, you can drive it. These cars have become extremely comfortable, not just in terms of the way they drive, but also in terms of space. So you can put actually inside a couple of bags, and your partner will not have any problem to fit in, even if it's 2 meters tall. Because we have a roominess in the car that is amazing and not easy to understand until you sit inside. So you can really spend a weekend around with the car and enjoy beautiful roads, but also the lifestyle of this car that is suggesting that you're gonna really go in a place that is elegant and where you want to have a car that is also adding something to your personality.
So how many dealers do you have in the United States?
We have 45 dealers.
All right. Lamborghini of Washington, right?
Lamborghini of Washington is based in Sterling, but is Lamborghini Washington. That's the correct
yeah,
name.
but it's the Lamborghini of Washington. So that would be the place here in the DC area that you would
Absolutely.
go and get one. So I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come out and show us this wonderful vehicle.
Thank you for coming.
And to tell us all about it.
It was a pleasure, and enjoy the evening.
Great. Thank
Ciao.
you so much. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Thank you.
So we're inside Lamborghini now. It's not exactly the easiest car to get in and out. Now the thing that's really cool is you got to look at that. That's the start-stop button. I'm not going to try to start it on that. Look at that infotainment system here. It is just, yes it is, thank you.
She's a designer.
I want to thank you for joining us on this episode of The Real DC Car Guy. And stay tuned for future shows about automobiles, trucks, and the automotive lifestyle. Until then,